First, a roadblock for Alabama's new immigration law. Just days before it's set to go into effect, a federal judge issued a temporary order to block that law.
That means the law will not go into effect as scheduled this Thursday.
U.S. District Judge Sharon Blackburn saying she needs more time to consider lawsuits that have been filed against the law. Those suits have been filed by the Justice Department, private groups, also some individuals. They claim the state is overstepping its bounds with the law. People on both sides say Alabama's law is the nation's toughest against immigration. Immigration attorney Carol Armstrong explains what this means now for the law.
It buys some time to allow the federal court to really look closely at this. As we've talked about before, every state that has tried to do this prior to Alabama, Arizona, Indiana, Utah, Georgia, a federal court has stepped in all 4 states and stopped them from enforcing the law.
Judge Blackburn says she will issue a longer ruling by September 28th. Governor Bentley released a statement on the ruling. It said, quote, "I look forward to the judge ruling on the merits. We have long needed a tough law against illegal immigration in this state, and we now have one." He goes on to say, "I will continue to fight at every turn to defend this law against any and all challenges."
Bama football starts in only 5 days.
And thousands of Crimson Tide fans, of course, will head to T-Town this weekend looking for a hotel room.
But with some storm survivors and workers living in those rooms, Tuscaloosa is short on space. WVUA's Travis Leader shows you how hotels and city leaders are making sure football fans have a place to stay come Saturday.
Hotels are taking steps to make sure displaced residents and football fans have places to stay during Alabama football games.
Everyone from the hotels all the way down have been really good to be planning ahead. We know that some of the folks that are staying in their properties, they've offered them alternatives of other places to stay.
Toby Wilson, general manager at Hampton Inn, says they have tried to accommodate anyone who has needed a place to stay following April storms.
If somebody's come to us and they need us to take care of them, we've done everything we can to take care of them, and we don't have a list of names of people that need rooms. I mean, everybody that's come to us, we've been able to help.
Tuscaloosa's Incident Command Center and the Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission have been working to help families who are staying in temporary housing.
As far as displaced residents that were affected by the tornado, there's very few. And the city is helping relocate those people for this period of time to get them into more permanent housing.
Powell says the hotel industry will still deal with the same hustle and bustle of college football Saturdays in Tuscaloosa.
Football is always a given in Tuscaloosa, and there's always a demand for hotel rooms. If we had more hotels, we'd probably fill those up too. So we hope everybody comes back this year and enjoys Tuscaloosa like they have in the past and just want to support the Crimson Tide.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
For more information on which hotels still have vacancies for this Saturday's football game, you can call the Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission at 205-391-9200.
Crimson Tide fans, listen up. There are some game day changes you need to know about before you come to campus. According to Gina Johnson with the University of Alabama's Game Day operations, fans can park at the intermodal facility downtown, then ride to the campus for only $1. RV fans usually arrive first to campus, some arriving as early as Thursday. Johnson says this year RV fans tailgating behind Bruno's parking lot will notice some changes.
This year we have improved that lot. We've put in some gravel in the drive lanes. We've reoriented the parking to be able to get more RVs in there. Very well organized, and it's a first come, first serve free lot for RV fans.
Here's a look at what else is new for Game Day 2011. There's a new Facebook page to get up-to-the-minute traffic, parking, and weather information. You can also follow UA Game Day on Twitter. And for your smartphones, there's a UA Game Day mobile website. You can get information at your fingertips. Also, for more Game Day changes, go to WVUATV.com, click numbers and links, and look under Sports. Also, be sure to join us this Saturday for Crimson Tide Kickoff, presented by Alpha Insurance. Gary Harris and John Huddleston will have previews for all the big SEC games. Also, live interviews and special reports. Crimson Tide kickoff starts at 8 o'clock Saturday morning, only here on WVUA TV.
A local business is helping to spruce up homes throughout Tuscaloosa, and it happened because of a story they saw right here on WVUA. Treehouse Farm and Nursery has teamed up with Habitat for Humanity to provide large trees, shrubs, and pine straw for homes involved in the Habitat program. Employees at Treehouse told us they were inspired by a story that ran on WVUA about University of Alabama students helping Habitat for Humanity through the Brush with Kindness program. That program offers painting, landscaping, weather stripping, and minor repair services for homeowners in need. Treehouse Farm and Nursery decided to start their own program, too, called Habitat Shrub, to help out with landscaping costs.
One of the carpenters on that project had tears in his eyes because he was so appreciative of the efforts that people were making to beautify the home, because they had built the home, but the plants and the trees, brought more life to that home. So it was very meaningful to them and, very humbling to me.
And to find out more about Habitat Shrub, just go to our website, that's WVUATV.com, and click on Numbers and Links.
New at 6, a way to remember the April tornadoes and help with recovery efforts. A calendar is now available featuring images from the April storms and aftermath. Organizers say the calendar is a reminder for people to volunteer and help the community. All the proceeds will be donated to the Tuscaloosa Disaster Relief Fund. Alabama Credit Union officials say they will match all of the money raised by the calendars. Kelly Jones with Alabama Credit Union says their goal is to match $50,000.
We wanted to make sure that the volunteer stays high, and so for a whole year, this calendar will help promote that. So people will go to the Facebook page for Get Us Not Tuscaloosa and pick a date, and then they get this calendar to help remind them. It has some great pictures that the Tuscaloosa News was able to gather. And so we just knew that this was a way to help Tuscaloosa help rebuild for not just a short term, but for the long term.
Alabama Credit Union is selling these calendars in all of their branches. They are $5 each.
Alabama Governor Robert Bentley has created a council to help the state prepare for future natural disasters. It's called the Tornado Recovery Action Council of Alabama, or TRAC. Bentley appointed 19 community and corporate leaders from all across the state to find solutions and make recommendations. TRAC will seek input from residents and groups across the state and hold community forums during the month of September. And you can learn more about TRAC Alabama at WVUATV.com. Click on Numbers and Links and look under the Community tab.